Okay, here's our last question, number 28. Oh, a lot of words, but what do we want to know? What is Mrs. Brown's cholesterol level? Okay, according to her doctor, Mrs. Brown's cholesterol level is higher than only 5% of the females aged 50 and over. The cholesterol level among females aged 50 and over are approximately normally distributed with the mean, so here's the important thing, mean of 230 and a standard deviation of 30. What is Mrs. Brown's cholesterol level? Well, we can find sort of a boundary point. So let's see what is going on here. Carry out intermediate calculations to at least 4 decimal points, around the last one to answer to 1 decimal place. Okay, so what we're doing with it, since it's normally distributed, let's draw the little bell-shaped curve. Her cholesterol level is higher than only 5%. So 5%, remember, is at the back side, because this is 100%. So let's say 5% is just an estimate back in here, okay? So her cholesterol is higher than only 5%, so it's a little bit higher than this. So this is where her cholesterol is, whatever that z-score is. Or, well, we don't want the z-score. We're probably going to look up the z-score, but then we can turn that to a data value. So it's 230 is the mean, and 30 is a standard deviation. Okay, so I'm just going to write this. So if we go this direction, we will be subtracting 30. So we can see probably at least less than 200. That's probably pretty good. Okay, so how do we find this? Well, we know this is 5%. If we had access to the table, we could do like last time, we could look up this 5%, and that would give us the z-score. And then we could change that z-score to a data value. Remember that we know that z equals the data minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. If you solve this for the data value, multiply both sides by the standard deviation. That gives us the standard deviation times the z-score is equal to the data minus the mean. Add the mean to both sides, and so to find a data value, right, data is always going to be equal to the mean plus, right, because we added it to both sides, the standard deviation times the z-score. So this is a good formula to remember, to have in your arsenal. We're going to look this up. Now, they don't give us the table. They only give us the calculator. Remember, the calculator, which is kind of backwards because I've always used tables, but this calculator, what it's going to do is it's going to give us the percent above. So since we want this bottom 5%, if we put in 5%, it'll give us the correct z-value. But what's above is 95%, right? 100 minus 5. I'm sorry, if we put in the 5%, anyway, what we want to put in is 95.95. We want to figure out 95%, and it'll give us the z-value. And we'll see that the z will be negative because it's below the mean. That's one way to check it. If we don't, we'll get a positive z-value, and that's above the mean. So there's another way. Every z-value below the mean is always going to be positive. Negative. Every z-value above the mean will always be positive. So this is how this one works. We come here. Pretty good. We're going to get a z-value at 0.95. I think we do 0.95, or maybe we do 95. Let's see if that works. Yeah, negative 1.64, because they want well, use 4 decimal places and then round. Okay, so what do? That's a z-value. So now we use this formula. Z is negative 1.6449, rounding to 4 decimal places, right? Standard deviation is 30. And what we're going to do is add that to the mean, which is 230. Now notice this negative sign will make this negative, so you'll actually be subtracting. But we could do that all here on the calculator. $230 plus 30 times, put the parentheses, negative 1.6449. Close the parentheses, hit the equals, about 180. Notice it is below the mean, so it feels like it's got to be in the right ballpark, right? Hopefully 180, and they want to 1 decimal place of 6 gets rounded up to 7, 180.7. So let's go ahead and put that in there. And then stick around for the last video. I'm going to submit it and show you how to review yourself. Of course, I want to make sure I got them all right first, and just like you do, right? So we'll do that, and then I'll show you how you can continue studying and preparing so that you're 100% ready to get 100% on the exam. Thanks.